What's going on, guys? Eric Allen, owner of Top Rated MMA. For this show, I got to speak with Mike Bourke, who's fighting at the World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation November 9th against Shawn Merriman. We got to talk about how training is going. We also spoke about his long layoff, also about Tyler King wanting to fight both Shawn Merriman and Mike Bourke in the same night. This was a great show. Check it out. Awesome, man. Hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to jump on a show with me real quick. I appreciate it, dude.
No problem. Can you see me all right?
Yeah, see you great, dude.
I just sat down, man, so we're all good.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Dude, so you're fighting November 9th, World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation against Shawn Merriman. How's training going?
You know what, man? It's actually 2 weeks in right now, and it's going pretty good. You know, I'm a little sore, but that's to be expected.
Sure.
I'm excited. I think in 2 weeks I've missed not going to the actual gym one day. I'm feeling good.
Good, man. Good. And I mean, looking at Tapology, and they're totally wrong at times, but it looks like you haven't stepped into the cage to fight MMA for almost 8 years, right?
Right. Yeah, I haven't fought MMA since 2010 with Shamrock.
Yeah, I was gonna say you knocked out Ken Shamrock in your last fight. That's awesome. What was the deciding factor to get back into the world of fighting and sign with the WBKFF?
You know what? Being a fighter, you always have that burn. You always have the need. It's like my wife says, you've always been a fighter. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
You know, it's in your blood. You know, win, lose, or draw, you just go out there and do the best you can, and it's fun. It's a competition.
Yeah. Braver than I like staying on this side of the cage, so I thank you for what you do there.
Right.
Do you think ring rust plays a factor at all?
Well, I don't think so much in this fight. He doesn't have any ring rust or a ring that he can say he's been in that I know of. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, the only thing that I see that his advantage is youth. But I do have experience and, you know, the grit and the will and the determination in the cage that he hasn't faced yet.
Yeah. And it looks like you started fighting. You had your first fight in 1999. What made you decide to get into MMA in the first place?
You know what? I played football before I started fighting. When I got too old for that, I was probably too old to be fighting, but it was something to do where you didn't have to get out there and crack your head and bust up your body a whole lot. So I thought,
right.
But, you know, you still get in there and bang, but it's different.
Yeah. I was on this thread of Facebook, and Tyler King came out and he said he wanted to fight you and Shawn Merriman both in the same night, which is kind of crazy. And it was like this war of words going on. What started all that?
He called me a bum.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he called me a bum, and I called him some names, and then in my opinion, he crossed the line. He started talking about my wife. I hadn't blocked him yet on social media.
Right. So
he was looking at my profile and looking at my wife. I don't know if you've looked at my profile. My wife's beautiful, and yeah. But at the bottom line is you don't disrespect other people and their family and their wives, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And he was trying to push me back and forth and, you know, calling me all kinds of names and accusations and, you know, just stuff that's totally uncalled for. I mean, literally, if he would have been here, jail or not, I would have killed him. I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so upset. I mean, what a punk.
Yeah.
What a white trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, I was in shock. I was really like, you know, I just like, it ruined my whole day. I wanted to kill that guy.
Yeah.
If he would have been here, if I couldn't have beat him up physically, I would have picked up something and smashed it over his head. I was so mad.
Had you guys met before that whole thing went down?
I never.
Really? Wow, that's so weird, man. I mean, I'm all about like MMA folks stick together, and you know, like I love the community of MMA, and I've been to fights where, you know, one guy said something about another fighter's kids, and it turned into a huge brawl in the cage.
Sure.
And like totally crossed the line, but well, deserved, you know.
Sure. Yeah, you don't do that, man. It's between me. If he's got a problem with me, then say it to me. You know, what does my wife have to do? Why is he mad at me? Because I'm fighting Shawn.
Right.
Because he didn't get the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, why is he mad at me? He should be mad at his matchmaker or his manager or his management for not getting him the fight. I didn't do anything to him.
Right.
I mean, I didn't call him up and bitch and whine at him about, oh, you got the fight and you're this and you're that, because I didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't do that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yep. I agree. Do you care if we do some rapid fire questions real quick?
Yeah, man, go for it.
All right, so Marshawn Lynch, he's playing for the Raiders again. You like him or dislike him?
See that hat? You see that hat?
Yeah, for sure.
All day. By the way, both of Sean's team lost yesterday. I was pretty happy about that.
Okay.
Build down the Chargers. I'm a huge football fan, and I'm hoping the Raiders don't lose today so I don't have to hear from him.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I thought it was interesting. I went down to Marshawn Lynch's store last year when I was down there, and he's got this big sign that says, Marshawn Lynch only takes pictures with kids and women, no dudes allowed. And so it was kind of interesting that he has that in his store. But do you like Marshawn Lynch or you dislike him?
I like him as a football player. Yeah. Some of the things he stands for, or doesn't stand for, should I say,
sure.
I don't like. But yeah, I like him as a football player, definitely.
Do you have a favorite type of music or band that you listen to?
You know what, man? I listen to classic rock. I like the Steve Miller Band, Eagles, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin. You know, all those bands. That's my kind of music. You know what really threw a wrench in this fight? On November 10th, which is the day after the fight, we were going to go see Kid Rock in Laughlin.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, well, that went out the window. This is our second year in a row. Last year we had a wedding to go to. This year we're like, okay, we got it.
Yeah.
Then I got the call. And my wife says, hey, that's the day after your fight. And I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Right.
Priorities, right?
Do you have a favorite moment in your fighting career? I mean, you've been doing it forever. Is there a moment that sticks out more than anything? You know,
I won a couple belts in King of the Cage.
Yeah.
Those were big moments. Of course, beating Ken Shamrock, was a big moment. I don't have the greatest MMA record, but I didn't do this for a living. Sure. I did this for a hobby.
Yeah.
Fighting for me was like most guys play recreational softball on the weekends.
Sure.
That was fighting for me. I trained when I could, fought when I was the guy that the promoters always called, hey, we need a fighter on Saturday. You want to fight? And it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. I'll be there. But when I actually had time to train, a month or 2 months to actually get into shape and have a fight, I usually did pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's when you got that call, hey, you want to fight next week?
Yeah.
That's when you tend to run into problems. But still, I like the competition, and I'm not scared. Whatever happens, I'm going to go in there and give it some hell. And,
absolutely.
Good luck to you.
Last question for you. I noticed you have a really awesome boat, by the way. Well, what's the meaning behind the name Always in Trouble?
Yeah, that's pretty much my wife. I've known her since 7th grade, and always getting in fights in school and getting in trouble, and I'm always in trouble with her because she's the boss. So
that's awesome.
That had to be the name, Always in Trouble.
Very cool. Well, I wanted to give you an opportunity too to give a shout out to sponsors, teammates, coaches, anything like that as well.
Yeah, man. Sam Liera at Hardcore Fitness. That's where I'm training. Al Gonzalez, Ted Mullenkramer. I appreciate all your help always through the years. I'm looking forward to a good show. I've seen a few different things from Sean. It looks like he's getting ready, and of course he's a hell of an athlete. I'm sure being in the NFL, and I'm looking forward to showing people what I can do against him. That's all I can say. He's on my mind right now. Yep. There's really not a whole lot else. I'm picturing the fight. I'm picturing a good day. I hope he's ready for the grind because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a 10-second play where you run down the field and then you get to go to the huddle. I've been there. Yeah. And then I've been on the other side in the cage where you grind it out, and that's where the heart's at.
Yep.
That's where you're going to find out.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, thank you again for your time. I'm excited to see you throw down November 9th. Hopefully we'll see that hand raised, and I appreciate your time, man.
Thanks, brother. You have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching the show today. I really appreciate it. It would be awesome if you could subscribe to our channel and share this video, please. We take 25% of the profits that we earn through TopRatedMMA.com, and we give that back to Hire Heroes USA, which is an organization that helps veterans with free job placement and training after they're out of the service and for their families. We also take 5% of all the profits made through TopRatedMMA.com, and we give that to the Fighter Sponsorship Program through Fightbook MMA. It's a great organization. Both of them are. Again, thank you for watching the video. Have an awesome day.